Welcome back to geometry. We are going to work a few examples here. Got them ready to go. The first one, letter A, is just and all these are finding volume on A and B, by the way. Find volume. So you don't really need a formula. It's just length times width times height. Just multiply the dimensions out. 12. And the units of volume are cubic units. Box your answers. Remember, set up, answer, units. This is a cylinder or circular prism, I like to call it. The volume would be the area of the base, which is that circular shape, which is pi 3 squared. You can barely see it now. Oh, that's not going to work. Pi 3 squared. I guess I could do this. Hey, look at that. And then the height of this is 10. This comes out to be 90 pi cubic inches. So those are kind of like the dream problems. You got to get those right. The volume of rectangular prisms and cylinders. Make sure you know those formulas. Those are important. I will say, I know we're in this open book land right now, but in pre-calc, I don't give these formulas, especially, well, neither one, but it might be especially surprising, the volume of a cylinder and surface area of a cylinder. I do not give that to you. You should know it. We'll do surface area next week. Okay, 18. This is 18 in the book. Page 722. Total volume. Looks kind of it's like a backpack. So the volume of this is going to be the volume of the top part plus the volume of the bottom part, right? So, volume of the total, the top. Let's do the bottom first. The bottom's easy. Bottom, well, kind of easy. Looks like we're missing information. You can look in the book. There's no more information. But this right here tells you the diameter of the circle. It's 12, right? This is also 12. Therefore, that is 6. That is 6. So the top part is half of a cylinder, right? That little dot right there tells you that's the center of the circle. So it is half of a cylinder. So half pi r squared, where r is 6, times the thickness of the cylinder, which is 4. Plus the volume of the bottom part, which is just a rectangular prism. By the way, this right here, what's that distance? 6, right? They're all 6. That radius is 6, that radius is 6, that radius is 6. But that helps me because with that and this, I can determine that this length right here is actually 11 inches. Maybe you assumed it was 12, but it's 17 all the way to the top. That's 6. So it must be 17 minus 6 or 11. So the bottom part would be 12 by 4 by 11. So that's what? 36, 18 pi, 72 pi. 36, 71, 44. Yes, that sounds right. Plus 12 times 4 times 11. Excuse me. Oops. Can't really read that there. Times 11 would be, didn't write this down, what is that, 121, 484. See if that's what the book says. Plus 72 pi. Oh yeah, this is not right. Multiplication error. So probably the best way to do it would be That's 132 times 4, which would be 400 plus 128, or 528. And those units are in inches cubed. 72 pi plus 528 inches cubed. So you'll see some on the homework. I think 19 I assigned to you. So we had to break it up into things we're more familiar with. And finally, D reminds me of something, a roll of toilet paper or something like that, right? Define the volume of the part left after the middle has been bored out. So the volume of the remaining is, of course, the volume of the total cylinder. We'll say big minus the volume of the small cylinder. All right, the big cylinder was the original solid cylindrical block. Then they cut out that narrow cylindrical part. So the big part, of course, these are all pi r squared times h minus pi r squared times h. And h is 5 on both of them. The radius of the big one is not 6, but 3, half the diameter. What is that doing there? So that's 3. And the radius of the small one is half of 2, or 1. So this becomes 945 pi minus 5 pi. The answer is 40 pi centimeters cubed. Let's check that one out. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay. Well, those are a little tougher, but the basic idea is, do you know how to find the volume of a prism, which is the repeated base? So what is that base that you see over and over? Times the height. So hope that helped. We'll be back at it again on 11.2 here.